Today I show you 3 drills I use in training. Drills that link footwork, distance and decision making together. I will break down exactly what it trains and what to take care of. Grab a feather and a partner and let's go. This drill trains closing the distance in a controlled way, responding to your opponent's reaction and withdraw without exposing yourself. I start with a strike to the hands combined with a step, in order to bridge the distance and get into range. The hands are the closest available target, so this serves as a low risk way to enter. I then wait for my opponent's counter strike, rather than continuing to attack. When the counter comes, I parry and riposte to the deep target. He responds again and I parry a second time. To withdraw, I strike to the leg and only after that I do step out of distance. Throughout the drill, my coach attacks the nearest opening I present, but he stays in range the entire time. He neither chases me nor backs away, which gives me the opportunity to train the parry riposts. The point of this drill is that I remain covered at every phase, when entering, during the exchanges and when leaving. This drill trains recognizing what my opponent is doing and selecting the correct thrust for the situation. The drill is built around 3 scenarios and you do not know in advance which one your coach will give you. First scenario, the opponent drops his guard. My coach lets his guard fall and exposes a target. When that happens, I respond immediately with a direct thrust to the torso. For the second scenario, the opponent prepares an attack. Here my coach briefly pulls back to strike an overhaul. The preparation for the strike is the indicator for the thrust. I thrust into the dominant shoulder and chest region while he is still preparing, and at the same time catch his incoming overhaul on my cross guard, so that I remain covered as the thrust lands. The thrust and the defense occurs together. For the third scenario, the opponent changes into a high guard. This is a little bit different from the second scenario. My coach moves into a high guard, which I again attack with a thrust. In this case, he delays his counterattack until I have already thrusted. The delay is intentional. It tests whether my thrust is structured in a way that does not leave me open to any afterblows. With poor structure, the delay strike lands. With good structure, it doesn't. Because 3 scenarios requires 3 different responses and the order is unknown, the drill trains recognizing and decision making under realistic conditions, since in free fencing the opponent does not announce his intentions. For the last drill, we're defending while we move backwards and maintaining our defense under continuous attacks and manage distance so that the counter is still possible at the end. My coach delivers 3 attacks in a row and I have to defend all of them. The defense is combined with backward footwork, so each parry is combined with a step back. 3 controlled parries while moving back, and in the afterwards I can make a riposte. So I do 3 controlled parries and after the last parry I make a controlled strike to my opponent. The central requirement is that I stay within striking distance of my coach the entire time. After successfully parrying the 3rd strike, I want to be able to riposte immediately without first having to step back into the measure. Even while retreating under 3 attacks, the distance has to be managed precisely enough that I end in a position to counter directly. The reason this matters is that retreating under pressure tends to lead to over-retreating. It is possible to defend all 3 attacks successfully and still end up too far away for the counter to reach. The drill trains giving up exactly as much ground as necessary and not more. Defending is not only about avoiding the hit, it's also about avoiding the hit while remaining in the position to act afterwards. Avoid large uncontrolled steps backwards or parrying without footwork and being overrun. Those are the 3 drills. 1 for entering and withdrawing safely, 1 for selecting the correct thrust based on the opponent's reaction, and 1 for defending under pressure while keeping the counter available. None of them are complicated, but each one connects footwork, distance and decision making, which is what carries over into actual fencing. If you would like to have more drills like these, let me know in the comments and I will do a second video about this. If you use different drills or want to add something, just leave a comment down below.